Welcome, friends, to this life-changing video. Everyone, please subscribe my channel at first. So let's start today's video. Start before you're ready. Success doesn't wait. Have you ever had a dream so big that it scared you? A vision that kept you awake at night? A goal that whispered in your ear every single day? But you kept telling yourself, I'll start later, when the timing is right, when I'm ready. But here's the truth. The perfect moment will never come. Life won't hand you the perfect time. Success won't wait for you to feel ready. Opportunities don't stand at the door forever. If you keep waiting for the right time, you'll spend your whole life waiting. 1. The myth of perfect timing. We grow up believing that successful people had it all figured out before they started. We imagine they had money, confidence, support, and a clear plan. But that's not how it works. The truth is, the people who build their dreams aren't the ones who waited to be ready. They're the ones who started before they were ready. They were scared, they were uncertain, but they moved anyway. The myth of perfect timing is one of the biggest traps that kills dreams. It's a soft, silent killer. It doesn't destroy your dream overnight. It just delays it, one day at a time, until years pass, and you look back and say, what if I had just started? 2. Courage over readiness. Being ready is not what changes lives. Courage does. Readiness says, when everything's right, I'll begin. Courage says, even if nothing's right, I'll begin anyway. Every world changer you admire, every athlete, every leader, every creator, every entrepreneur, at some point they stepped into the unknown. They didn't know the outcome. They didn't have guarantees. They didn't have a roadmap, but they had heart. They had a fire inside that said, I may not have everything I need, but I'll build it along the way. That's where greatness begins. Not when the plan is perfect, but when the decision is made. Fear versus action. Fear has a way of whispering in your ear, what if you fail? What if people laugh at you? What if you're not good enough? And those whispers turn into chains. But here's the thing. Fear loses its power the moment you take action, the moment you step forward, because fear feeds on hesitation, not movement. No one feels ready the first time, not the first speech, not the first business, not the first book, song, or video. But every master was once a beginner who refused to stay frozen in fear. Every giant took their first step. 4. The first step is everything. Think about it. A rocket uses most of its fuel just to lift off the ground. The first step is always the hardest, but it's also the most powerful. Your first video won't be perfect. Your first business might fail. Your first attempt might look messy, but it's not supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to get you moving, because once you're in motion, everything changes. Confidence grows, clarity grows, courage grows, and little by little, you become the person you once dreamed of being. 5. Success loves momentum. Success is not built on one big moment. It's built on thousands of small steps. It's built on showing up when it's not easy, on choosing progress over perfection. Every day you move, even a little, you build momentum. And momentum is powerful. It turns doubt into belief. It turns fear into fire. It turns dreams into reality. Stop telling yourself, I'll start someday. Someday isn't a day on the calendar. Today is. 6. The pain of waiting versus the power of starting. Here's something most people never admit. Not starting hurts more than failing. When you fail, at least you tried. You learned. You grew. But when you don't even begin, you carry that weight in your chest every single day. The what-if pain, the I could have been more pain, and that pain doesn't go away. It lingers. It follows you. Until one day you realize you were never waiting for the right time. You were waiting for permission. But you don't need permission to chase your dream. You just need to start. 7. Growth happens in the storm. When you step out before you're ready, life will challenge you. It will test your patience. It will push your limits. It will make you question yourself. But that's where you grow the most. Not in comfort, but in pressure. Diamonds aren't formed in silence. They're formed under heat, under pressure, under storms. So don't run from the storm. Walk into it. Because that's where your strength is built. 8. Stop comparing. Start moving. Many people never start because they keep looking at someone else's finish line while standing at their starting point. They see people ahead and think, I'll never catch up. But you're not supposed to be where they are. You're supposed to be where you are. Comparison kills confidence. Progress builds it. So don't measure your day 1 against someone's year 10. Just move. Step by step. Brick by brick. The world doesn't need another copy. The world needs your journey. 9. Ordinary people, extraordinary courage. Every great story starts the same way, with an ordinary person who made an extraordinary decision. To begin, not because they had everything, but because they believed they could build something out of nothing. They fell, they failed, they got back up, and one day, people started calling them lucky, not realizing luck was just courage in action. 10. You're closer than you think. When you're standing at the beginning, the road looks endless. It looks too big, too far, too difficult. But here's the truth. Every step you take brings the dream closer. Every late night, every early morning, every sacrifice, every small move. One day you'll look back and realize you've become the person you used to dream of being. And it all started with one brave moment, the decision to begin before you were ready. The silent killer, comfort zone. The comfort zone feels warm. It feels familiar. It feels safe. But the truth is, it's a beautiful prison. Inside it, nothing grows. No dreams are built. No greatness is born. Every time you choose comfort over action, you're silently pressing pause on your destiny. You say, I will do it tomorrow. But tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. And next year becomes never. You were not born to stay comfortable. You were born to rise. You were born to stretch. You were born to become more. Greatness doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when your heart beats fast, when your palms sweat, when your legs shake. That's the feeling of growth. That's the moment your life begins to change. Don't let your comfort zone turn into your cage. The door is wide open. Walk through it. So, the power of imperfect action. So many dreams die because people are waiting for their perfect plan. But perfection is a moving target, and you'll never catch it. The best plan in the world means nothing if you never start. But even the worst plan, acted on with consistency, can change your life. Action is messy. Action is scary. Action is uncertain. But action is what moves mountains. Think about it. The first video of Mr. Beast wasn't perfect. The first speech of Tony Robbins wasn't powerful. The first sketch of Walt Disney wasn't magical. But they did it anyway. And every imperfect action created the foundation for their future success. The people you admire didn't start perfect. They started brave. 13. The power of small wins. A skyscraper isn't built in a day. It's built brick by brick. Your dream works the same way. You don't need to conquer the whole world today. You just need to win this moment. Wake up earlier. Read that one page. Record that 30-second video. Send that one message. Take that single step. Small wins build big momentum. And momentum is what carries you through the storms. When you win small today, you build belief for tomorrow. And one day you'll look back and realize, The small things were never small. They were everything. 14. Turn pain into power. There will be pain. There will be doubt. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, but pain isn't your enemy. Pain is your compass. It points toward the places where growth is waiting. Every legend has scars. Every champion has battle wounds. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is not that they didn't feel pain. It's that they used it. They turned heartbreak into hunger. They turned rejection into redirection. They turned failure into fire. Remember this, pain either breaks you or builds you, and you get to decide which it will be. 15, don't wait for motivation. Build discipline. Motivation is a spark, but discipline is the engine. Motivation feels good when it's there, but what happens when it's gone? Discipline shows up when motivation doesn't. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. Discipline gets it done. You won't always feel inspired, but if you can act even when you don't feel like it, you're already miles ahead of most people. Discipline is doing it tired, doing it scared, doing it uncertain, doing it anyway. 16, the gap between dreamers and doers. Everyone has a dream, but not everyone has the courage to start. The world is full of people who say, I wish I could. I want to someday. If only I had the chance. But the people who change the world say, I'll trade. I'll learn. I'll build it step by step. The gap between dreamers and doers is action. Every empire began with a single decision. To begin. Don't just dream, do. 17. Failure is not the end. It's the beginning. Failure isn't the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every great story has chapters of defeat. When Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times, he didn't stop. When Michael Jordan missed thousands of shots, he didn't quit. When Jack Ma was rejected again and again, he didn't walk away. They failed forward. Failure is a lesson dressed like a punch. It hurts, but it teaches. When you fall, you don't go back to zero. You fall forward with experience. 18. Time will pass anyway. Whether you start or not, time will pass. 1 year from now, you'll either be closer to your dream or still wishing. The clock won't stop for your fear. The calendar won't pause for your doubt. But your dream is still waiting. Imagine if you just started today. What would your life look like a year from now? Better yet, imagine if you don't. The difference between those two versions of you is one decision. To start now. 19. You don't need permission. You don't need the world to agree with your dream. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You don't need someone to say go. You are the permission. The world belongs to those who decide they're worthy of it. The moment you stop waiting for validation and start validating yourself, your life changes forever. Master the art of showing up. You won't always feel ready. You won't always feel strong, but you can always show up. Show up messy, show up scared, show up unprepared, but show up. Greatness isn't built in the spotlight. It's built in the shadows, when no one's watching, when it's just you and your vision. Every overnight success was years of showing up. Then break the someday illusion. Someday is a dangerous word. It sounds like hope, but it's really a trap. Someday is not on the calendar. Someday never comes. If you want change, it has to be today. The best moment to begin is the one you have right now, because tomorrow isn't guaranteed. 22. Build unshakable belief. People can doubt you. The world can underestimate you. But if you don't believe in yourself, nothing moves. Self-belief isn't arrogance. It's armor. Every dreamer who made history had one thing in common: unshakable belief. Belief that said, I'll figure it out. I'll keep going. This is my time. And that belief was built through action, not talk, not luck. Chapter 23. The power of identity shift. To reach your next level, you must become someone new. You must stop seeing yourself as someone trying and start seeing yourself as someone becoming. You are not hoping to be successful. You are becoming successful. You are not wishing for confidence. You are building confidence. Change your identity and your actions will follow. Your voice matters. So many stay silent because they think, who am I to do this? Why would anyone care what I have to say? But here's the truth. Someone out there is waiting for your voice, for your story, for your message. You don't need to inspire millions. Inspiring one person is enough to start a wave. Your voice has power, but only if you use it. 25. Success leaves clues, but you must walk the path. You can learn from others, read their stories, study their habits, but no one can walk the path for you. No one can lift the weight for you. No one can take the first step for you. Success leaves clues, but you must follow them. 26. Don't rush the journey. In a world obsessed with quick wins, remember, true greatness takes time. A tree doesn't grow overnight. A masterpiece isn't painted in a day. Your dream is a journey, not a sprint. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Trust your timeline. Keep planting, keep watering, keep growing. 27. The power of now. Every second you hesitate, someone else out there is taking action on their dream. You can either watch or build. You can either keep planning or start moving. The difference between success and regret is often just 5 seconds of courage. Count down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Then move. That's all it takes to start momentum. 28. When it feels hard, that's proof you are growing. If it's uncomfortable, good. If it's scary, good. If it's messy, good. Growth never feels easy. That's why most people don't grow. The storm isn't a sign you're on the wrong path. It's proof you're on the right one. 1 to 9, make your dream non-negotiable. When something is optional, you'll give up when it gets hard. But when it's non-negotiable, you'll find a way. Stop treating your dream like a side project. Treat it like oxygen. When it matters that much, you'll move mountains to make it happen. 30, your story isn't over. Maybe you've failed before. Maybe you've been rejected. Maybe you've doubted yourself for years. But your story isn't over. This chapter isn't the end. It's the beginning of something greater. Every legend had a moment when they almost gave up. What made them legends is that they didn't. 30. Vision over circumstances. Your current situation is not your final destination. It's just your starting point. Don't let your circumstances decide your destiny. Let your vision lead the way. Where you are right now doesn't define you. Where you're going does. 32. The power of one decision. Every revolution starts with one spark. Every movement starts with one person. Every comeback starts with one decision. That decision doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real. Your future is waiting on one bold decision from you today. 3. What if you fly? What if I fail? But what if you fly? What if everything works out better than you imagine? What if the door you're scared to open leads to the life you've always dreamed of? Don't let fear write your story. Let courage do it. Inspire by example. The world doesn't need more talkers. It needs doers. When you take action on your dream, you become a living example of what's possible. Someone will look at your journey and say, if they can do it, so can I. That's power. 35. Final call. Start before you're ready. This is your sign. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need permission. You don't need to feel ready. All you need is the courage to take the first step. Speak your dream out loud. Write it down. Take action today. Success won't wait. and neither should you. The world is waiting for your story. Your future self is cheering for you. Start before you're ready, because your best life begins the moment you do. Fear is a compass. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is a compass pointing to the place where growth is waiting. Every time you feel scared to act, that's exactly where you need to go. Scared to start your first video? That's the place your audience is waiting. Afraid to pitch your idea? That's where opportunity hides. Nervous about speaking up? That's where your influence begins. Most people avoid fear. They retreat. They settle. But courage isn't the absence of fear. It's acting in spite of it. Exercise. The next time fear shows up, take one small step toward it immediately. If you feel anxiety rising, whisper to yourself, "This is where I grow. This is where I start." 37. Build micro habits for momentum. Greatness is rarely built in a single heroic act. It's built daily, brick by brick. Wake up 10 minutes earlier to plan your day. Write one sentence for your project. Reach out to one person who could help. Practice your craft for just 15 minutes. These micro habits accumulate. They compound. They create momentum. Real example, James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, didn't write his bestseller in a day. He started with small habits, building tiny, consistent steps every day. Over time, it became unstoppable momentum. 8. Embrace the storm. When life gets messy, it's a signal, not a setback. The storm tests you. It challenges you. It forces you to grow. Did your first project fail? The storm is teaching you resilience. Are you exhausted from trying again? The storm is building stamina. Is everyone around you doubting your dream? The storm is proving your dedication. Diamonds aren't formed in calm. They're formed under pressure. Every challenge you face now is strength in disguise. 39. Fail forward. Failure isn't a stop sign. Upways. It's a stepping stone, Barrow. Every giant you admire failed hundreds of times. Walt Disney was fired for lack of imagination. Oprah was told she was unfit for TV. Elon Musk went bankrupt multiple times. They didn't quit. They learned, adapted, and moved forward. Tip: after every failure, ask, what lesson can I extract? How can I use this to my advantage? Fail forward, not backward. Your future self is waiting. Imagine your future self, the person who has achieved your dream. They're looking back at this exact moment. And they're cheering for you. They're saying, thank you for starting. Thank you for showing courage. Thank you for choosing action over hesitation. Every small step you take now is a gift to your future self. And one day you'll look back and say, that day I decided to start, it changed everything. Chapter 41, break the myth of overnight success. Overnight success is a lie sold to the impatient. Every success story has invisible years of struggle. J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter in cafes while a single mother facing rejection after rejection. Steve Jobs started Apple in a garage with no guarantee of success. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. The public only sees the triumph. They never see the sweat, tears, and repeated attempts. Your journey will have struggles. Embrace them. They are proof you are moving towards something meaningful. 42. Reprogram your mindset. Your mind is the battlefield of your success. Doubts will whisper, you're not ready. Fear will scream, you'll fail. Comfort will tempt you. Wait for later. You must consciously choose thoughts that empower you. I am capable. I will take action. I will grow through this challenge. Your thoughts create your reality. Change your thoughts. Change your trajectory. 43. The momentum multiplier. Every small action compounds. Every effort builds on the last. One video leads to experience, leads to confidence, leads to your second video. One small sale leads to feedback, leads to your third product, leads to growth. One brave conversation leads to networking, leads to unexpected opportunities. Momentum is the multiplier of success. Start small. Start now. Consistency beats perfection every single time. 44. Build a circle that elevates you. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Surround yourself with doers. Surround yourself with believers. Surround yourself with people who push you to start, even when scared. Leave behind energy vampires who kill your momentum with doubt. Your dream deserves an ecosystem that nurtures courage. 45. Create a vision that pulls you. A vision bigger than fear is unstoppable. Picture your life after achieving your dream. Picture how it feels, the pride, the freedom, the impact. Let it pull you forward when fear whispers, wait. Vision is magnetic. Fear is temporary. Let vision always lead. 46. Write down your plan. Imperfectly. You don't need a perfect plan to start. Write one goal. List one small step you can take today. Identify one person or resource that can help. Then take action. Perfect plans are a trap. Action is the catalyst. 47. Show up for yourself. The world may not notice you today, but that doesn't matter. Show up for your dream even if no one is watching. Show up for your craft even if it's messy. Show up for your vision even if it scares you. Success rewards the persistent. Show up long enough and the world will notice. 48. Impact beyond yourself. When you chase your dream, you inspire others. Your courage gives permission to someone else to start. Your action motivates others to overcome fear. Your success lights the path for someone who thought it was impossible. You are not just chasing a dream. You are building a legacy. I take the leap. Every day, your dream won't wait. Time won't wait. Life won't wait. Take the leap today, even if it's imperfect, even if it scares you, even if you feel unready. Momentum is created by one brave step at a time. 50. Your moment is now. Stop saying someday. Stop waiting for a sign. Stop waiting to feel ready. Your time is now. Start the project. Make the call. Speak the words. Take the first step. Success doesn't wait. And neither should you. Your future self is cheering you on. Your dream is waiting for you. Step forward. Speak out. Heed. Your best life begins the moment you choose to start. Remember, the door's already open. The stage is already set. All that's missing is you. That's here is the end of today's motivational video. Wait for next video. Next video will come shortly. So guys, please subscribe my channel and make sure to like this video.